Do y'all remember in my last video I mentioned I reached out to some of my favorite brands because I wanted to be able to host some festive giveaways for the holiday season. One of those brands was One Love Organics, which I have loved for a long time. I think I'm coming up on my 2-year anniversary of using their products. And when they responded, I was floored, just so incredibly generous, not only in the giveaway prizes, but they also gave me a very unique opportunity. I was able to Skype one-on-one with their founder, Suzanne, which honestly, I will talk about skincare with anybody. I will talk about skincare with the guy who's making my chai tea latte at Panera. But to be able to talk to someone who has studied cosmetic chemistry and holistic nutrition and herbology, just to be able to tap into that wealth of knowledge, not only to ask questions, but also to get direct feedback on my own skincare routine, that is just invaluable. So I am going to be talking about some of the stuff I learned from Suzanne, but I think we should first go over the giveaway prizes. For the gift giving season, One Love came out with some gift sets, and there was one I really liked. I think it was called Deep Clean and Detox. It has my all-time favorite One Love Organics product, which is their cleansing oil. I've gone through countless bottles and just nothing compares to that. My mom just started using it too and she really likes it. It also came with the Brand New Day scrub and mask and the charcoal hard cleansing sponge, which I also like. And then there was one that I'm kind of thinking about buying for myself because I am for the most part done with Christmas shopping, was the Winter Skin Radiance. And it has the Gardenia Serum, which I already know that I really like. And I'm running very low on the Skin Savior, so it would be nice to have a backup. Then I've never tried their Vitamin C body polish, but I've heard great things. I would love to try that too. There were 2 other gift sets and I can't remember off the top of my head what all came in them. One was a little bit less expensive and it was called the Stocking Stuffer, and one was kind of luxurious and it came with tons of products, and that was called the Beauty Queen. But the one that we are here to talk about today is called the 3 Wise Serums, which I think is an adorable name. And I thought this one would be so good for a giveaway because winter is just around the corner and these serums are moisturizing and really calming for the skin. So I think these would be a great addition, especially this time of year. So the really exciting news is that there's not just one winner, there are going to be 5 separate winners. So 5 of you guys will have the opportunity to enter and you'll receive all 3 of these serums. So what I thought I could do today is I could walk you through everything I learned from Suzanne about each of the 3 products, and I could do a little bit of a demo. That way you can see how I'm incorporating them into my own skincare routine. That way if you win or if you're considering purchasing any of these, this video would be a really good resource. So I think I'm going to start off with the one I use at first thing in the morning. This one is called Morning Glory, and the main word I would use to describe this serum is firming. So I use it almost as a toner. The first thing I do when I wake up is clean my skin. So I go ahead and cleanse and make sure my skin is prepped for whatever skincare I use. Then I go in with my 2 anti-acne products. And once those have had a chance to sink in, I will take 1 pump of Morning Glory and apply it in upward motions. This has a caffeinated energy blend of probiotics, pomegranate, and caffeine, which will help tighten and tone the skin. And then Suzanne also said that it has a smoothing effect, so she recommends applying it wherever you have fine lines. So I concentrate this underneath my eyes at the outer corner and work in upward motions again. And then Suzanne says she really concentrates this between her eyebrows where she has that 11 line. And this will just help to plumpen up the skin and lessen the look of those fine lines. Since Morning Glory is so toning, I immediately follow that with the Omega Calming Chia Oil. This one is incredibly comforting to the skin, and I think this one would be especially good in winter because it contains some really moisturizing ingredients like chia, shea, and aloe. I like this one because I think it's helping calm the redness on my cheeks. And this is good for all skin types. You just have to remember that less is more. So I take just a couple drops into the palm of my hand, work them together, and then press it into my skin. My mom, who's been testing these out too, which is kind of cool because we've been able to compare notes, she mixes these together in the palm of her hands and applies them that way. And she says that works great. I haven't tried that yet, but I think I might do that tomorrow and see what I think of it. So after Omega, I just follow up with my sunscreen and eye cream, and then I'm done for my morning skincare routine. A tip that Suzanne gave was that you can add just a drop of Omega to your favorite foundation and make it a little bit more glowy. And she also recommended, which I have been doing and I think it's fantastic, is to add just a single drop of Omega to your lips before you get in the shower. And I've been doing that and I think my lips are in really good condition. My evening skincare routine hasn't changed that much since the last video I filmed about it. I still use the oil to remove my makeup, and then depending on how much makeup I've worn that day, I will double cleanse and then exfoliate. After that, I've started using the Vitamin C Brightening Facial Serum. And if you are a longtime subscriber, you know just how much I love vitamin C. I'm not sure what it is. My skin just seems to take to it or react well to it. This actually contains a different form of vitamin C than I've used before. It's called vitamin C ester. What I've noticed is I think this serum is just as brightening as other serums I've used, but this one is a little bit more moisturizing. And it also contains some different natural forms of vitamin C with rosehip oil and baobab fruit oil. I've never even heard of that one before, but I was doing some reading on it and it seems really interesting. This also contains green tea extract, which Suzanne says actually helps to boost the effectiveness of vitamin C. So I've only been using these for 2.5 weeks, but if I had to pick a favorite, it's probably too soon to pick a favorite, but if I had to pick a favorite, my skin seems to be just really loving this one. So after I apply the vitamin C brightening facial serum, I go in with whatever retinol product I'm using that day, and then I'm done with my evening skincare routine. One of the questions I asked Suzanne was how she came up with her packaging concept, because when I first started looking into natural products, One Love Organics really stands out. Their packaging is very feminine and understated. She said that when she was thinking about the people who were using her products, she didn't want them to think of skincare like a chore, something to rush through, but more like a calming ritual, something to really savor and more of like an experience, more like an act of self-care. And I loved that so much, and it has been such a treat to test out her serums. And I'm so excited that 5 of you guys are gonna get that same opportunity. So if you want to enter to win, I'm gonna have all the giveaway rules listed down below. But thank you again to One Love Organics for your generosity. I appreciate it so much. And thank you all for watching, and I will see you again with a new video very soon.